So in today's video, we're going to interview Tyler and talk about how he went from losing a gym, losing everything, losing his mind, losing his hair. He still got it. How to going from that into building a 10K a month coaching business. So first of all, you've been online coaching for a very long time before people did online coaching.
Yeah.
How did you get into it?
By accident, purely by accident. I was obviously an in-person group trainer, and online coaching wasn't a thing then, like as it is now. It wasn't like a career choice. I just did it as a bit of bonus work. I did a little bit of like an email marketing campaign. I put like a picture up of my arms and said, if you want arms like this, I've got a PDF I can email you. Just put your email below. Got like 30 emails and marketed to them. And I charged like 35 quid a month. But this was alongside like my main coaching job. Just like a bit of bonus money. No one took it, so I don't want to say serious, but we didn't think of it as a career then. It was just something I did on the side. But I'd always done that since 2017, 2016.
That's mad. That I remember doing a little bit of that as well, like just sending PDF plans.
But like no one knew, like no one had the price, did they? Like no one had there was no like set 200 quid a month, 300 quid. It was like, I just went 35 quid a month, mate. That'll be brilliant.
You probably thought like, oh, this is an hour's work of me putting this plan together, £35 an hour, sound?
Yeah, I just thought 35 quid, do the check-in. But it was very basic back then. It was sharing knowledge with people, and obviously the industry's come on a long way. But I think back then it was, I think even now, I think we have this conversation, good trainers aren't that easy to find. So it was quite good that people just wanted a bit of insight into what I was doing. And it worked. I must have had 10, 15 clients from 2017, just 35 quid a month. Never sought them out, never really went for it. I just sat them there, and that'll come in later when we talk about other things, but I still have some of them habits now. But they just sat there, yeah.
Fair enough. And then when did you open the gym after that? Or really, why did you open the gym? Why a gym?
So that was my dream, open like an old school bodybuilding gym. That was a dream. I'd worked in gyms since 17. We spoke about that. And I'd been a group trainer there, on like should we talk money? It was like a 1,500 quid a month salary kind of thing. And, I was happy. And obviously with me online, and I did PT. So I was doing 70 hours a week, saved up a lot of money. And it come to, obviously, I spoke to the gym owner where I worked, and I said, listen, can I be a partner? Can I get involved? Wasn't for him. So then I spoke to my friends, and then we decided, let's do a gym. So we went with that, decided, we'd go down the gym route. In my head, it was more like a 24/7, people come in and out. We don't really man it that much. It would be like a great bodybuilding gym. We'd invest in the kit. I'd use it as a launch pad for content. Went down that road, and obviously I lost that.
Go on, tell us the story. So what happened with the gym?
Long story short, it was hard from the beginning. We had issues with getting equipment from Ireland. We were all robbed essentially of a lot of money. So more money needed to go in that we didn't have. That made us stressed. We actually made the gym in the end, but obviously you can imagine that we'd promised certain deadlines, certain things. Obviously we were short of money. So, I abandoned my whole approach. I was going for we were going for an open gym thing, and I started doing classes in there because I thought, right, I need to generate some income for myself, because obviously I'd lost my income essentially. And it just went a bit haywire. We all kind of had different visions. I wanted it 24/7. They wanted it a bit more community-based. It was just all different, mix and pot of different ideas. So I just, through stress kind of thing, long story, I just pulled out of it, kind of give it up for pretty much nothing, got out of there. And as much as it was like probably the most devastating point in what I'd done for a long time, because it's, it's your life savings, but beyond money, friendships, and, just having somewhere that you'd want to be, and then a place to call, your own, it was gone. So, and online still wasn't a thing for me then. So they were talking not long ago. But that led to the eventual, right, let's take online seriously. And that was because of COVID.
So why did you,
Well, it's not, but it is. I had a big online client base before COVID, but I never like people like you, mentors, like people that said, listen, Tyler, you're cheap, sort it out. I'd never had that. Okay. I'd never had that. Never spoke prices, never spoke money. I just went online. Yeah. 80 quid a month kind of thing.
So why did you decide to then, after COVID, for example, why did you then decide to grow the online instead of going back to, the idea of opening a gym and maybe doing it a second time, doing it the way that you wanted to?
Well, I think when obviously I found the online, and I realized, because I seen online as like a happen chance thing. It was like, oh, well, people come to you. Can I come be an online client? I was like, yeah. I didn't realize, there was lead generation. I didn't realize you could seek clients out. I didn't realize, you could actually seek this type of business. I just thought people come to you sometimes and they can't do personal training, so they'll come online with you. And obviously once I learned from a lot of mentors like yourself in a space that you can pursue this avenue. And then I did, and it was lucrative. And not just that, but I enjoyed it. And I've upgraded my systems and done a lot of things, put a lot of things in place. It's a lot better now, but I realized that it's really manageable. I went, well, I want to go all in on this. And that's why obviously the gym loss was bad, but it pushed me into this. And then I was like, well, I feel much more at home being able to deal with people from all over the world, you know, different backgrounds and do things on a really close level. So I just didn't see the need to go back to a gym, be tied down to a specific place. I just thought I can do it all and manage it myself once I had confidence in things that work, like systems and stuff.
Why did you go for a more, because you work with like a Gen Pop audience, right?
Originally, my background at 17 years old is Gen Pop, strength and conditioning, Gen Pop, yeah, which is where I'm a weird hybrid.
Why do that? Because obviously someone would look at you straight away and be like, bodybuilding coach.
Yeah.
So why did you not pursue the bodybuilding side of things, and why did you go down a more like, you know, working with executives and stuff like that?
I think for me, it's value. I have never really been into coaching bodybuilders. It's something I do as a passion. It's a hobby for mine. I don't really enjoy it that much. Obviously, I like getting people muscular and big, but shows and competitions, I just think it's just too much for me. Whereas I really love the value I can bring to somebody that is overweight, you know, down in the dumps kind of thing, depressed, you know, life isn't going the direction they want. And you can just overhaul all of that very quickly with like some sort of protocol in place. And I thought that's more rewarding for me. Whereas bodybuilding is a different game. And it's my hobby, man. I don't like ruining my own hobby, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get that.
I just kind of stay away from it. That's a specific thing for those guys. I love working with professionals that literally they've got their life completely in order. They've got that 6-figure business, 4-figure body kind of mentality. And all I've got to do is go, here you go, here's a few things. And then, you know, we sort them out. And it's just easy.
Like using a Prada t-shirt, like a sausage skin.
Yeah, I just fit in to the life dead easy, you know. It's not like they're looking for me and I'm looking for them. It's like, whereas bodybuilding clients, they're great people, but their feed's full of other bodybuilding coaches. There's politics. They're always looking for a new coach. It's just very different, man. It's a very different world.
Do you feel like building your business has helped you be a better coach for business owners?
Well, yeah, because obviously, like loads of people in here and that you've had on this, it's like they've done it. They've walked the walk. Like we talk about bodybuilding, if you've got muscle, you've walked the walk. And I think once you've realised, like we've spoke about, I've got clients that I have now that pay me X amount that I had in 2016 that paid me 95% less. So if I was clued up back then, I'd have been doing this for 6 years, 7 years by now. Same income, same everything. It was down to me, the limitation. So
this is probably the biggest question that we need to get to the bottom of, because you've done this for a long time. You've done it once. You had a bank of clients. It's not like you struggled.
Yeah.
What are the biggest differences that you've made now doing it the second time around that's allowed you to kind of scale above the 10K mark, whereas beforehand that would have been like a fucking pipe dream?
Yeah, 10K seems like it is a lot of money, but it seems, and like we've said again on other things I've listened to, once you hear people start talking about 20K, 30K, 50K, you're like, what's 10? Why can't I do that? You know, it's when you think small that you get scared. But what was different? Well, I'll never forget what you said to me, and it was just, I think it was 50, Steve? 50 conversations a day. I don't know if it was 50. It might
It would have been
50.
around there. Knowing me, I'd definitely highballed it.
Well, if you said 50, it's in my head if it's 50. And I just started having conversations. Like, I just having conversations every day. And I think that's been the difference for me with me coaching the last 2 years. I've just been having conversations. How are you? You know, I used to be elite. My brand has always been about elite. It's always been about you come find me. If you want help, you'll find me, which anyone who's out there knows is probably the shittest business idea you've ever heard.
Wish it was that easy. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I saw it work though in my head. I was like, yeah, it's a great idea. And then you realise, no, like you kind of got to be quite proactive about your business. And, you know, I'm confident in what I do. I know I get results. So if people are slightly interested, there's no harm in me saying, hey, you know, what do you do? How do you do it? And seeing how I could fit in. So I've just been a lot more proactive in that. Just being merciless, just mercilessly harassing people until they hand over their hard-earned money so I can change their life and they can thank me for it.
As long as there's a thank you at the end, no one's getting hurt, are they?
It's a bit more aggressive. Not aggressive as that, but yeah, that's the strategy, mate. I've just been on it, like, you know, actually being conscious of marketing. Because I was quite a purist. I used to be like, nah, it's about coaching, not marketing. You know, being a bit of a dinosaur. Yeah. You need to market yourself, do you know?
Right, so finally, what would you say to the coaches that are good coaches that are in that mindset of, I just want to be a good coach and I'll let the rest take care of themselves? Because we hear that a lot, right?
Yeah.
So from somebody who is admittedly more in that camp,
yeah,
like personally with your personal values, what would you say to them then? What would be your argument?
It's not going to work. I would say look at every single top tier coach in this country or on the planet and look at what they do. You will see Hani Rombod advertising their services. I don't want to name UK names, but you will see them proactively advertising their services. They're probably full. They're probably minted. Why are they advertising? Because they've just got to build that reputation with people that they don't know are actually watching. And you've got to do it. You've got to be on it. You've got to be consistent. And if you sleep on that, you're not going to get any. You need to advertise yourself, get out there and be confident, and don't try and think that just because you're a good coach, the world's going to be nice to you, because it's not.
Brilliant. And if people wanted to have a look at your profile, maybe learn a little couple of tips from the content you put out. I bag Tyler all the time about the amount of content he does. Like when he does content, it's fucking brilliant. I might actually just kidnap. He's a bit of a big.
You can kidnap me.
Yeah. I might just kidnap him and dragging him down here. He'll probably enjoy it a little bit, but I think, yeah, the content you put out is very, very good. But it's just.
I am just the most disorganized person in the world. But yeah, when I make content, it's okay. I'm getting there though, Steve. It's coming.
You are getting there. It's an improvement.
I have a reel ready on the phone. It's there. I've been trying to, it's ready. But yeah.
Don't threaten me with good content,
it's
mate.
Coming.
Don't threaten me with good content.
Tyler Cookzilla's my Instagram. That's where you'll find me. And then YouTube. I'm trying to go into YouTube now. Got a videographer. So
this is a collab then, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're on it.
We're coming.
See, that's proper top end YouTube stuff. That
an X. What is it? X. Steve McGrath. X. Tyler Cook.
Does it have to be an X?
That's what they say, innit? Yeah.
It's an X then. It's an X. And where can they find the YouTube? Is it the same?
Tyler Cookzilla, mate. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. All right. So if you want more videos like this, if you want to go follow Tyler, do so. Press the subscribe button, and the thing that I don't know what it does that looks like a bell up there. I don't know which corner it's in, but press it anyway, and then hopefully it will notify you when we do more of these. Thank you very much.